Every place I go in the world, I look for the water. There's something exciting about being on top of the water as an athlete. What I love about swimming is you're actually competing with yourself.
I'm very competitive. Growing up, I was very physical, but it was not something that anybody told me, you know, you could be an athlete. Black people can't swim. I don't buy that. I come from a history of swimmers.
I am Ann Smith, and I am 82.
I am Madeline Murphy Rabb, 76 years young. We're training for the National Senior Games.
I became an athlete in retirement. Every state has a senior games. You have to win gold, silver, or bronze in order to go to the national. My first national competition was in St. Paul, Minneapolis. The next was in Birmingham, 2 years later in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the new one coming up will be in Fort Lauderdale. When I became an athlete, I knew I needed a swim coach. And so Madeline introduced me to Derek.
I've been working with him since I was 65 years old.
Stay long, stay long.
It was a few years after my husband died. Derek had been telling me that he saw me as a competitive swimmer, and I told him, I just want to swim for the fun of it. And then one day, when Ann said she was winning medals, I said, what the hell? I want medals too. And she says, I'll find a regional competition. We drove to Iowa just maybe a few weeks later, and doggone it, I got me some medals, and I was hooked. I look at many of the women against whom I competed at the National Senior Games, and I knew they had been swimming all their lives. They had access. And I compared it to what I know of people in my generation and my race. It's not the same. After that first competition, I said to myself, I'm coming back and I'm showing them. I've worked very, very hard these last 3 years.
You don't have to be right against the bottom. Start your rise after stroke number 3.
I'm the founder and creator of Team Dream. They call me the Dream Director. Team Dream's a women of color, triathlon training, multi-sport social network. Our Learn to Swim program is so recognized. We've had some women that couldn't put their face in the water that are now part of our coaching staff. The narrative of black people don't swim, when you look at history, that's not true. I came across a little book called African Swimming Traditions. Africans from certain tribes and Native Americans were the greatest swimmers in the world at the time. And there are all these letters and documentation of the prowess. And I was like, wow. So it's not even like, did we have a history of swimming? It's been erased. If we're not telling our own stories, if we're not documenting, if we're not communicating in powerful ways, tradition can get not only thwarted, it could get damaged or disappeared. Ann introduced me to the National Senior Games, and she says, I've qualified for the Senior Games in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Can you prepare me for it? I said, of course.
Derek completely started me over, just like a baby swimmer. We had to learn all the strokes all over again. So I feel very comfortable in competition, even though my goal is not the same as his. His goal is for me to win, mine is for me to finish. I was the first full-time Black faculty member at Eastern Illinois University. I was the first African-American woman to win a statewide position in Illinois. As I thought about retirement, I thought about all the people who were not finishing. My mother, my father, two of my brothers died of cancer. That's what motivates me to get up in the morning, to be down in the gym by 6:30.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's hit this first set, Miss Amber. This one is 2 sets of 10. 10. 6, yeah, breathe out as you come up.
11. Okay, now remember, this is the knee.
Yeah, we moving slow.
4 years ago, my meniscus tore. I'm not really supposed to be putting pressure on it. So I will probably not be as fast as I usually am.
Engage the abs, push that leg. 1, walk your hand back.
Other left.
There you go, right foot forward. Inhale, arms up.
Can't we do something that's fun? I'm doing things that I didn't do in my younger years. I married like 2 days after I graduated from art school and moved to Chicago. I got involved with the Southside Community Art Center. I became the director of the Chicago Office of Fine Arts. But my passion was helping Black people build African-American art collections and to create extraordinary opportunities for Black artists. These are my sons, Maurice and Christopher and me. Both my sons are 200% behind me in all of my athletic undertakings. But this time, they won't be able to make it to the games. This is a few of my medals. There are 20. And God willing, energy and strength, I hope to bring 1 or 2 back when I compete in the National Senior Games in just a few days.
Momentum and have fun.
Right.
You know what to do.
Just remember the things. Keep your head down.
All the 20 things I told you.
Right.
But
Derek called me in October of 2021. He's like, I have 2 ladies that I want you to work with. I am a former Division I swimmer. This is my first time working with older people, so I was really nervous. And they listen to me. They want me to be tough on them. They want to get better. They're like, no, Misha, I'm gonna do it again. I'm tired, but I'm gonna do it again.
Hey, Mom.
Don't make me cry. Oh, Maurice. Maurice.
Good to see you.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I'd pop by.
Oh, doing good, you.
I can't wait to see you guys swim.
I'm excited to be here.
My mom didn't know how to swim, so she wanted to make sure me and my sister know how to swim. It started with swim lessons.
My whole team was basically like a team of color. As I got older, the Black and people of color started fizzing out. I got called the N-word at a very young age by a teammate. And then it happened again in college. There's so many questions around your hair and around who you are as a Black woman. My parents sacrificed a lot to put me in the sport.
I'm definitely grateful.
I actually come from 3 generations of family members who swam. My grandfather started the first Black diving team at that high school. My mother was a diver and tried to get an application to compete in the Olympics, and they wouldn't give her one. And my father swam at the same pool as Thurgood Marshall. And Thurgood Marshall was instrumental in Brown versus the Board of Education. The white pools had flowers and gardens and shade trees, and ours was like cement. A lot of factors affected my ability to continue to swim
I also grew up in a segregated neighborhood. All the pools in town were in white communities.
Yeah.
My father was the principal of the all African American school. So he went to the city and asked if they would build a pool. So they did. My father actually taught me how to swim, and he made sure that all the kids in the neighborhoods were learning how to swim. And we actually did have competitions with some of the other surrounding communities. That was the last time I did anything that was competitive until I was in my 70s.
Yeah.
There are women from all over the country. They swim in high school, college. Many of them are swimming a mile a day. That's the reason why it's so hard to win at the national.
Woo!
Hey, Madeline. She's racing right now.
Let's go, man.
All right, this is it. This is it. Yeah, that's it.
Go, go!
Results for the medal ceremony for
Good job. You race well for the athlete in your skin. That's what's up. Way to go.
Hey, I'm here with Matt, your mom.
How'd you do?
She did great. It's eight. It's.
Hey, Chris.
How'd it go?
Okay.
You should have seen her legs when we said this is the last lap.
I was kicking like a mug.
Yeah.
Go, and go! Lap 3, and go, go!
Here you go, Ann. Here you go. Let's go. Good job. Good job. Way to bring it home. What a hustle.
Yeah,
Do I get anything?
Oh, here you are. You're 15, Ron.
Oh, damn.
And you came in 7.
Oh, and
So you know the rhythm.
You're amazing, Ann. I want to be like you when I grow up.
the Waters meets 6 women's 50 freestyle.
Let's go, Madeline, go! Go!
Go, Matt! Go!
I gave him my best.
All right, here we go.
Another medal. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Madeline.
Halfway, halfway. Here we go. Last one, last one, last one. Way to go. Great job.
You did awesome.
But my numbers weren't high. I was lower. I mean,
A little bit off. Yeah. But,
everything's off.
yeah.
Push it in. Come on. Do it. Push. Yes.
Big streamline every time. Big streamline every time off the wall.
Okay, here, take this one. Oh.
Well done.
You did good. You realized that you had to beat that woman.
Yes, I saw that woman.
Yeah, you
Did
put it on
see
her
me?
too. Yeah.
I saw her. I got a chance.
This
Right?
was nice.
You saw me?
And a beautiful stab at the end. No,
Right.
no two-handed touches.
Right.
You're on point.
Tears of relief, tears of joy, also tears of wishing I could do even better.
Well, as we keep saying, next year in Pittsburgh.
Got it.
Right. Good job, Annie.
Man, you too much.
You look good on the podium. Flex.
Seeing Ann and Madeline compete has made me just remember how much fun swimming is supposed to be and just like rolling with it.
Ann and Madeline taught me a lot about aging gracefully, how to be in life, and how to build a legacy.
My intention is to thrive until I'm 100 plus.
When you're competing against yourself, the sky is the limit.
Here's to beautiful women. Here's to champions. Here's to mentorship, friendship, secrets, and a long, beautiful